In our Making a Living as a Freelance Editor lesson, we looked at the various ways to approach getting work as an editor, including editing a sample reel of your work. An editing reel is an overview of your best work, should be about 1 minute long, and should include a series of your very best shots, edited to a great piece of music, as well as your name and contact information. Creating a reel of your editing work is as important, if not more important, than your printed resume. A 1-minute reel cannot possibly show the finer shadings of your editorial gifts, but it can show important things like pacing, cutting to music, and making meaningful connections between shots. Since the goal of the editing reel is to get your prospective employer interested enough to want to watch more of your work and to bring you in for an interview, your reel should be as entertaining as the full-length projects you edit. You'll want to start by familiarizing yourself with all of the footage from your editing projects. Watch each project and choose the most visually stunning shots from each one to create your selects. If you have a lot of editing credits, you'll need to be very disciplined to pick only the very best. If you're just starting out and don't have a lot of edited material yet, then don't compensate for this by repeating shots or making the shots too long. Just make your reel shorter. Quality is more important than quantity. If any material is poorly shot, then don't include it. Even though production value isn't part of an editor's work, a viewer is still affected by the quality of the images they're seeing. Next, you'll want to choose a great music track. High-energy tracks are the most common, but you'll want to choose something that best supports the kind of work that you're showing. It's very important that you choose a rights-free music track. A big part of an editor's job is working with music, so take this opportunity to show that you're a professional and that you have an understanding of music rights. Most people can tell within the first 15 seconds whether you're a good fit for them or not, so always put your best material at the beginning. Make every second count. Even your name and contact information at the beginning and end of your reel is an opportunity to show your personal style. If you have familiar branded content from recognizable sources, be sure to showcase those by adding text at the bottom of those shots identifying that program. And tailor your reel to the job. If the job you're applying for requires some graphic expertise, then be sure to include some awesome examples of that skill in your reel. Your reel should be a changeable, living thing that you can add new or different material to for each job. Be sure to get feedback from your peers. They can have invaluable insight by providing a fresh pair of eyes. Again, the most important question to ask them once they've seen it is, did it make you want to see more? If not, then you've still got some work to do. Here's an example of a 1-minute reel for an editor that works primarily on sports and adventure travel content. Now let's go back through this and take a closer look. Okay, the editor's name and title comes in right at the beginning over a dynamic season-changing shot of the mountain in the background. The music builds here at the beginning, so the shots here build momentum up to the climber slipping and the music sting. Transitions with sound effects are used to separate different sections of the reel and to keep up the energy. Notice how every shot in the reel is moving, or the subjects in the shot are moving, and many moving the same direction. This adds a subliminal, cohesive flow to the entire reel. The middle section of this music track allows for some longer shots to play out here, and then we start a section of shots that play off of each other. The skater's leg to the ballerina's leg, the hurdle jumpers to the horse jump, to the kite surfer's jump. a couple of shots of transportation, then we come back to nature shots, and finally the editor's name again at the end. After you've finished your edit reel, you'll want to be sure to export the video file so that it's small enough to load quickly when it's clicked on. Waiting for a video to load is the quickest way to lose your audience. Many people upload their reel to a sharing site like YouTube, Vimeo, or Dropbox, generate a share link, and send that to their prospective employer along with their cover letter and resume. They'll usually include a link to their short reel as well as some links to longer sections from projects they've edited, in case the employer wants to look at more of their work. The very best solution is to create a website and send your prospective employer a link to it with a button to watch your editing reel in the top section of the landing page, so that it's easy to find. This is yet another opportunity to show your personal style as well as your professionalism. You can also include a short bio and links to longer clips of specific projects that they can immediately look at if they're interested and want to see more. You can add your resume with a download link so that they can print a copy of it, and you can even add a contact form. If you have a professional social media presence on Facebook, Twitter, or LinkedIn, then add those link icons that they can easily click on. It's helpful to someone wading through hundreds of resumes and web links to have everything they need in one well-organized place to learn more about you. If you send share links to your work in an email, or if you send a link to your website, if it can be viewed publicly by anyone other than the person you're sharing it with, you'll need permission from the original content creators of the images to publish it. The way around this is to always keep your share site videos private or unlisted, as with YouTube, or with Vimeo and Dropbox, add a password that your prospective employer can use. If you're sending a link to your website, you can password protect public access to that as well. Of course, if you've shot the material yourself, then you're in the clear. Always observing good copyright law practices will save you any potential legal issues down the road. Having a great editing reel is one of the most important tools you have to get an editing job. So take the time to work on it and make it really shine.